You know, like a steak.
Get down, do a little dance, bum bum ba da 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 da. Hey, welcome back to Kinda Well Done. Oh god. For reference, the GoldenEye 007 cartridge tilt dancing meme is fantastic. At the beginning of this episode, I will be linking a card for you all to go view it if you've never seen it, because you can in fact link other. Oh shit, 94 seconds. I guess that's a thing. I forgot that time was a thing in this game.
Yep, it
Shit,
sure
son.
is.
Well, howdy doody to that.
I'm fucked.
I mean, maybe this is the time. Or maybe.
I hate that one fireball is my fucking worst enemy.
It is.
It always waits. It always bides at the time because it knows I'm gonna get cocky.
Oh, but now reset at the time. We're good.
There we go.
The only reason the timer started freaking out is because we were just like chatting in between episodes,
yeah.
and we're like, LOL, just leaving it unpaused.
We forgot time was a thing in Mario.
Get down, ba-da-da.
Baby shark.
No, do.
Don't start with that
No.
shit. Yeah.
What if it was like somebody said Baby Shark, and instead of breaking into what they thought, it broke into like Psychosocial by Slipknot or something?
There's actually videos of that.
Are there really?
There's a Baby Shark Darude Sandstorm mashup. That's terrific.
God damn it! Why? That was at the Darude, not you.
It's basically just like baby. Baby, 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 baby. It's really great.
Baby shark. Ooh, that's like a friggin' vocal warm up. Shark.
Shuffer and Shuckatash.
Shuffer and Shuckatash. Dude,
They're Mormons. What?
They're Mormons. Here's trivia for you. What is succotash?
Succotash? Tobacco?
I don't believe so, actually.
I don't know.
I believe, and I'm gonna look this up, I might be totally fucking stupid, but I think succotash is a type of grain similar to quinoa.
Okay.
And just to be sure, must locate cell phone. I mean, this has been the recording session of me looking up random shit, so hey, why the hell not? Succotash. S-U-X-X-O-T-A-A-H. That's not how you spell succotash.
Succotash?
I typed way too fast.
That's the Pornhub version of succotash.
Yeah, it's freaking triple X-atash. It's a dish. It's an American dish of corn and lima beans cooked together with like other grains and shit in it. Let's see. Succotash is a culinary dish consisting of primarily sweet corn with lima beans or other shell beans. Other ingredients may be added, including corned beef, potatoes, turnips, salt pork, tomatoes, multicolored sweet peppers, and okra. So it was a fucking. Like the picture, I've seen some like pictures of it with like quinoa and shit in it and like chickpeas or whatever. So it's food. I was at least
it's food. Okay.
I was correct about it being food. At least it's a dish, not a specific type of food. It is a dish in which you could put grains such as quinoa. It is not a grain like quinoa.
Okay, good to know.
And quinoa is a fun word to say.
I've never had it. It's super pretentious. For white people, especially.
I mean, kind of. Like, I know where you're getting that from, but I'm trying to unlearn that because it's literally food. Like, I feel the same way about that as I do about, like, the whole... And I won't get too into this on the show, but the whole thing with, like, sage and stuff, like, it's fine to burn sage. It's something from Mother Nature. I think foods can be made pretentious by people, but I do not think it is inherently pretentious to eat certain foods, unless you're pretentious about it.
It's not. I mean, I wouldn't say that if it was just somebody ate quinoa and I was like, wow, fuck you for eating quinoa.
Yeah.
Natives, I mean, indigenous peoples have been eating quinoa for fucking ever.
Yeah.
It's how white people treat eating quinoa.
Yeah,
that's why I hate it.
The culture around people wanting to eat
The same thing with
annoying.
kale. Kale's a great vegetable.
Yeah.
But people who eat kale are like the fucking health nuts.
Yeah.
Like,
and they make people like me look bad because me and my health problems, kale is great for me, and I sometimes have like kale shakes. And it's like you just said, that's why like people who have kale shakes, many of them are extremely good jump. Holy shit. I don't know if you've made that specific jump before, but I
haven't. I usually hop on the pipe.
That was fucking badass. Pro fucking strats, bro. 360 no scope. But like, that's my problem. And I agree with you. This is not disagreeing. I agree with you. That's shitty that people are fucking pretentious about food. It's just that the food itself is not pretentious. No. Just like people can be shitty about the types of incense they burn, but the incense in and of itself is not shitty.
No.
It's like, white people can burn sage. Just like white people can eat quinoa, but if somebody is white and burns sage and they're annoying about it and they're trying to act all cool as if they're something they're not, then that's shitty. And if somebody's like, oh, look at me, I'm worldly for eating quinoa, I'm like, no, dude, it's a grain. Like, it's something from the earth. Like, eat it and be healthy and chill. Like,
well, it's one of those things where people are like all on about superfoods, and superfoods aren't real. There's no such thing as
I
a
will agree with you
superfood.
there. Like superfoods are not-
avocados aren't a superfood.
They're
full
super
of
tasty.
they're full of fat, and I think protein. Which is
Yeah.
why people like them.
Avocados are
fucking
super tasty.
superfood doesn't. It's not real. It's not such a thing.
No, there's such a thing as healthy food, and there's
Such a thing as healthy food. Yeah.
There's super tasty food. There's super healthy food. There's super carby food. There's lots of types of food where the adjective super
God
could be
damn
used
it.
to describe it, but there's no such thing as a quote unquote superfood.
And this is coming from somebody. I mean, my mother, bless her heart, definitely had me try some bizarre shit that I know not everybody would run into. Like, I've had orzo, and orzo's fucking weird.
I'm not sure if I know what orzo is.
It's the weirdest shit. So imagine pasta, but it looks like rice.
Yeah, okay. I think I've.
It's very strange.
That's what I fit. I brought up quinoa for the reason, because you said you've never had it, but I think because if you liked your mom's orzo, which please continue the story in a moment,
I
but
think I did. I don't really remember.
But yeah, please continue. I interjected your story time.
From what I've heard of quinoa, I wouldn't like it, but
Yeah.
I don't know if I would or not.
Yeah, because the way you described, what was the pasta thing called?
Orzo.
Orzo, yeah. The way you described orzo reminds me of quinoa, because to me personally, quinoa is it's like a round rice to me is what it tastes like. And in the grand scheme of things, in the grand scheme of Mother Nature and human beings reaping the seeds of Mother Nature for sowing, quinoa is literally just a type of rice. That's fucking it. It's a type of rice, and people make this huge ass deal about it, and that's what's annoying to me. It's like, y'all, it's rice.
Fuck.
That was the closest you got yet, though. That was way worse.
Yeah, it was. It still wasn't good enough, but it was the closest I've gotten. Shit, this is very
Righto.
difficult.
It is, man. This is.
But yeah, that's why nothing's wrong with quinoa inherently. It's just people are weird about it.
Yeah, people are weird about quinoa.
Same thing with
That's
like
a good way to put
acai berry, how the fuck you say that thing.
it. Yeah, to me,
Acai.
Yeah, and that brings up a great point, bro. Here's a freaking story for you. I used to work at Starbucks, and I mean,
Shit.
People, like, I don't care. And to any friends from Starbucks who may or may not be listening who did this is not me calling you a piece of shit, but this is just my opinion. People are so fucking shitty to customers about pronouncing, apparently it's acai, because it's that weird, like, Portuguese C.
It's got a Portuguese
Yeah,
thing.
it's just like a soft C, not a hard C. And it's like, who the fuck would know that? And like, it was so shitty and pretentious of people I worked with to be like a customer would pull through and be like, hey, can I get like the strawberry acai refresher? And I, a person who's not an asshole, would be like, yes, you can. What size would you like? And half the people I worked with would be like, yeah, it's actually called the strawberry acai refresher, but sure, I'll get that for you. And it's like, fuck off. I hate people like that. Like, this is so needlessly pretentious. Even if somebody's mispronouncing something like that, you know what I mean? Like, that's not a word that I expect people to know how to pronounce, and I don't want to be shitty to them for it. And it'd be one thing if
I don't know.
It'd be one thing if the people that I worked with wanted to, like, you know, if they were correcting them to, like, be earnest and like, oh, I want to teach this person. They're just making fun of people for how they talk is what they were doing.
I mean, are you sure they are though? Because I do that same thing. If somebody says a word to me incorrectly, I say it correctly back, but I don't do it in a way. I try not to do it in a way that's like, you're actually wrong, it's this. I try to just say it back.
That's how they would
correctly.
do it. Yeah, the way you do it is the correct and nice way to do it. The correct way is like,
Fuck.
Yeah, it's like if I were to mispronunciate, like, and my mom does that to me too. Like, I'll say certain words and she'll be like, oh, by the way, honey, it's said this way. Like, that's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with people correcting each other on their speech, but the people who, like,
Shit.
specifically what people would do is like, imagine you are a customer in the drive-thru and you pull up and say, can I get a strawberry acai refresher? And the person on the other end says, a strawberry acai refresher? Sure you can. I mean, most people would feel, everybody I've ever talked to feels kind of, you know, like, patronized by that. Frankly, I find that patronizing, but
with that tone, sure.
Yeah,
but
that's the tone.
I would say that those exact words.
Yeah, the words are not bad, but the tone, like, and they would turn around and laugh and be like, these dumbasses don't know how to pronounce it. Like, that's the whole point of the story, is that, like, and it isn't even just people I knew or worked with, but like people all over the place. Like, if you go on like the internet and look up Starbucks and people, it's just like, God, people are so fucking stupid. They don't know how to pronounce acai correctly. And it's like, well, okay, that's not common knowledge. You don't have to be like a dick about it, basically, is how I feel about those people. I don't think saying the words of how to speak it correctly is being a dick, but I do think making somebody feel stupid for it is, I guess.
Yeah, it is.
And that's my thing. Like, hey, don't It's perfectly well and fine. Sometimes I hear people pronounce words and I chuckle of like, oh, I would never mispronounce that word, but I'm not gonna like get in their face and be like, ha ha, you said that wrong, dummy. You should feel stupid about yourself right now. Like, I would not say that in words or tone.
I don't know. That feels like it's reading a lot into the tone. It feels like you're interpreting it as an insult.
You would have to be there. I know you like playing devil's advocate, but sometimes people are just assholes. Like,
I mean,
like sometimes when people are being rude in their tone, they mean it. Like, sometimes when somebody is saying, I'm making fun of this person for how they pronounce a word, they mean it. But you are not like that. You're the only person I know who's not that way. Like, you and a couple other friends of ours, like, I mean, like, our friend Jeremy is not like that. I mean, Jeremy's another good person where, like, if I pronounced a word incorrectly, Jeremy would be like, Zachy, it's this word. That's fine. That's totally fine. But he wouldn't be like, actually, Zach, I don't know if you were born in a barn, but, you know. It's all the fact that people would, like, go and, like, make fun of people behind their backs and shit. And that's when you know that they say it with bad intention.
Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, like everything in history, you'd have to be there to understand it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure you've had
because it really does sound like interpretation of tone.
Yeah, and sometimes tone can be interpreted correctly. I'm sure you've had times at your jobs where, like, you know, somebody said something to you in the tone of their voice. You're like, oh my God, that person's being a bitch. And if you told the story to me, I wouldn't be sure because I wasn't there to hear the tone.
Yeah. I mean, that's how these things work. Language inherently can't capture everything about a conversation. You can't timestamp something and, like, show somebody else exactly what happened up until that point. That's why oral tradition sometimes can be fucky.
Yeah,
because you
sure.
can't capture certain things with oral tradition.
It's like it's a beautiful thing and a curse at the same time because oral tradition probably, I'm sure it's changed so much over the years, but I'm sure certain key elements of oral history have probably stayed exactly the same, but the way that those parts are told change from generation to generation just enough. And it's just like a unique way of saying something. And that is a blessing and a curse because, you know, like you were saying, like, sometimes things get lost in that and sometimes things get retained in that.
Yeah, it really depends on what, like, you tend to, yeah. It really is what you tend to stress, because that's why some mythos can kind of be confusing, especially from, like, ancient civilizations.
Oh, for sure.
We're trying to talk about mythology. It's like, well, and up until this point, this person or god was looked at this way, but it also could be understood that maybe due to translation errors, it's looked at another way.
Nice. Good shit, dude.
And so it is, yeah, it's oral tradition kind of showing its difficulties.
Yeah. Linguistics and stuff. And there's that thing. So, for this part, on the note of this, now that we finally got into a new section of the game, that was nice though. Like, we were in that area for long enough that we had, like, philosophical discussion. I will tell you that there's something coming out of this cannon that you'll want to ride. And you don't need to wear it as a helmet, but I learned that you can, and that's fine. It's kind of tricky. You have to, like, jump and let it come out and then, like, land on it. Oh, now there's one over there. I've never seen that happen. Yeah. You gotta ride that shell. It's a shell of a time, bud. It's a shell of a time.
Okay. I will try to. Yeah, that's what happens when I jump on it.
Oh, okay. Well.
Are you sure I'm supposed to ride it?
Yes.
So, are you sure you can ride it?
For a fact. I designed this level to where you have to ride it. You might be able to land on it here. Oh, actually, I'll just say, challenge my design, because now you should fall to your left. And normally the shell bounces off there, and then, oh, ha! Okay, yeah, you just skip, you're good. You can go in there, that's it, that's the end.
Okay, yeah.
I had a feeling, because this was where I got really lazy. I'm like, this is the fucking end of the level. And I'm like, oh, look, there's nothing. Oh, look, there might be something next to it. Yeah, this was me being lazy.
Okay.
Dude, I did this, like, I think while you were eating food earlier, I did this part, and I was like, I just want this level to be over so I can have one more level for the show.
You get a shit out of level, I get it.
And
there's really no way to get to the top. Okay.
Dude, you look like you're wearing friggin' the dude from Spaceballs. Like,
oh, yeah, Dark Helmet.
You look like Dark Helmet.
I do look like Dark Helmet. Okay. Wow.
Well, bro, I'm really glad that we had some lovely, like, philosophical real-life conversations, because that is not going to be possible in this level.
You don't think so? You think this one's that bad?
I don't know.
Bowser 1?
Bowser 1. I didn't rename it. I wanted to rename it Do You Believe in Miracles or something, but here you go, bro. We got 15 minutes of the episode. I believe in you. This is my Bowser Castle level. And,
Okay, it looks like I have to...
Just gotta make that jump.
I don't even see where to go.
Well, wouldn't it be funny if you were riding on Yoshi's back and you were falling in a pit and you had to jump off Yoshi's back and sacrifice him to make the jump?
I know, but I don't even see an end to get to, is what I mean. I know you can do that. But...
Yep. You have to... I don't think you have to run back a little bit, but you have to have a bit more momentum. You have to do the long jump off of Yoshi. There you go. And sometimes that happens. That's just shitty
Okay.
RNG.
I see what you mean now. All right.
And then you will land on the other side. It was nice. There you go. And
Oh, I see.
that's a very. I will let you figure it out. I will not spoil it for you, but that is a very particular type of jump that you have to do to land on that thing. And you will figure it out after killing Yoshi enough times. I think it's like, what I always did was I just stood on the conveyor belt and just jumped when I got to the end of it, or something like in that ballpark, and that would make me land on it. Oh, fire. I almost made the fire shorter for that reason. Almost.
Yeah, it's fine.
Dude, this is my friggin' magnum opus right here. It's all over after this level. There's no turning back. I think... Oh, shit.
Yeah, I can't stand. Is that the washing machine? Either that or your mom's pounding mochi.
Or both. I bet you that might have been her, like, cutting up animal food, because as I've established on the show at this point, we take care of raccoons and possums and cats in our yard. So that might have been... that's the jump. That might have been her cutting up something for food. And... Oh, you lived! Oh, I thought that was gonna kill you. Bruh. I thought I had you hooks, line, and sinker, Evan. I thought I had you for a rube, because that cannon shoots a spring. And when I first did that, I died to it every time before I remembered. Oh yeah, Zach, you put a spring there.
No, I saw the red cannon, and I was like, oh, I better jump.
Yeah, you better jump. Yeah. If you don't see the red cannon, you literally get shot by a spring into the giant pillar behind you.
Oof.
You're doing good so far.
Yeah, this is rough.
Yeah. This is the level where I was like, I don't care how nice or mean it is. This is me going full Mario Maker.
Oh, too early.
Barely.
I jumped way too early. My bad.
It's okay. Hey, you know what? We got some time. We're at like the halfway mile marker. You may yet be able to finish this level in one sitting.
I would love to finish. God damn it, that was weird.
Yeah, that was weird.
I would love to finish this level in this episode.
Yeah, and you might be able to. I believe in you.
Didn't we? Is this the second episode since we started and we said that?
Yes.
Or is this the first one?
This is the second.
God damn it.
And my theory was that within 2 episodes you could finish both courses.
Oh, okay.
So,
I thought it was still in the first episode.
yeah,
since then.
It's okay. This is the second one technically. You have 12 minutes to finish this if my prediction is correct. And I think you can do it. I think. I think you have to stand on it because.
Well, the last time I stood on it, it booted me off somehow.
Oh, really? That's fucking weird.
Yeah, it dumped me in the lava.
That might have been a weird glitch because it's actually never done that to me. We shall see. Only one way to find out.
Too
Too
hesitant. But yeah, I was standing on it, and the 3rd and 4th skulls or whatever, maybe 4th and 5th, I forget how wide they are across, separated to go up the angle, and it like booted me into the lava somehow.
Nice. There you go. Okay. There. Yeah, nice. And ooh, there you go.
Ice.
Yep. This was.
Ah, fuck.
This was me being mean with the ice cube.
Sometimes these spike balls hitboxes are
it's fucking awful.
Odd.
Yeah, I remember I showed Evan off camera because I was playtesting this level. I landed directly on the right spike of a spike ball, and it didn't kill Mario. I mean, like literally, he.
Yep. See.
That's fucking weird.
Between the 2nd and 3rd skulls, when it goes up the ramp, it can boot you out.
Did you move at all, or did you
No.
like? Okay.
I don't think I did.
Yeah.
Maybe I did, but
you might have, because yeah, when I do
Whoops.
that, look at Yoshi. He's like, "What the fuck, man?
Just
Why?
like, excuse you.
Excuse you." I've never seen that. Yeah, dude. When I land on the blue skull, I literally just like stop even touching the controller until it goes up to the spring, and then I jump. That's what I always did in playtesting.
God damn it.
It's Bowser Castle. It's that's all I have to say at the moment. It's the Bowser Castle.
Yeah, I know. It's the boss level technically.
Yep, it's the final boss level. It's Yoshi riding on Yoshi's back, having to jump over a pit, and you have to sacrifice Yoshi. And isn't that funny? Haha, funny man joke.
Ah, fuck. It's ice. I hate ice so much.
It's awful.
I hate it. I mean, when I talk about floaty earlier, ice is literally the definition of floaty platforms, and it's the fucking worst.
It is the fucking worst, bro. Like, this whole first area has... Like, once you get through the whole ice area, there is a door, and after that door is a checkpoint. I will just tell you that much, to reassure you that the fucking ice... Thank God, after you're through this ice the one time, there's a checkpoint. Although, I wonder... Okay, yeah, you have 3 lives.
Yeah.
I wonder what happens when you die. I don't think... I don't believe it's gonna take you back to the beginning of the world.
It would. I think it would boot me back to the world map. I don't think it would take me to the beginning.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It would just boot me to the world map.
Yeah, it'd be like if you were at a checkpoint and lost all of your lives, you'd lose your checkpoint.
Yes,
I think
that's all it does. Is it kicks you from the level.
Okay, cool.
I think.
Yeah. So, and I'm still glad that nice, solid. I'm really glad that I friggin' put in, because there's a lot of shit in this level that's all
right, sure.
Yeah, sure, that's fair. I give you a lot of mushrooms and a lot of 1-ups after a while, because you have 1 life. And that way you can keep your checkpoint. So, I believe that from how I have this set up with the, even though I could be wrong, you might, nope, okay then. So you will be back at 99 lives now, I believe. And if you somehow lose all 99 lives, after you get to the checkpoint, it's very easy to get them back because I have basically infinite 1-ups after the checkpoint. Because I was like, this ice part is very mean.
Yeah, I'm just trying to knock this one out. I'm also staring at my can of Coke Zero, thinking about how I wish I had time to drink it.
You do, you absolutely do.
And I just...
Take a sip next time you die, bro. You've earned it.
I could, but I also have to take pills.
Oh, do you?
I heard my phone yell at me.
Okay. Well, we have a few minutes of this episode left. It's just around the river bend, per se.
Just around the river bend. You know, I don't.
You saying that so sadly.
That's probably one of my least favorite Disney movies.
Yeah, I don't dislike
I don't know why
Pocahontas.
I don't like it. I find the whole concept of the fact that she was 14 disgusting.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
I don't know.
I think it's a cute movie.
Even at its core where they aged her up.
Yeah.
I still think it's a gross I don't know, it's what happens when you see old shit and they know it's wrong and they say listen, this is just this is just representative of its time.
Yeah.
It's not their fault. It just reminds me of a gross period of human history.
I agree with that.
And it makes me uncomfortable.
And I feel that, bro. And the whole freaking thing of being a kid, kids wouldn't give a fuck about any of that because they don't understand that concept. And it's the feeling of watching. I know you experience this way more than I do, but I know you've experienced the feeling of watching something as a kid, enjoying it, and then watching it again and finding something not finding something, but realizing that something's problematic about it.
I mean, lots of shit is. You sometimes have to be able to separate. Is it problematic enough to give up on it?
Some things, I draw the line in certain places, I won't get into them here, but, I definitely have a line I draw for that. And then there's certain things, Pocahontas, I don't dislike, but it's not my favorite, and...
Ah, fuck.
Nice. I think Miko's cute. Miko the raccoon and, Flit the, friggin', what is it? The hummingbird.
The hummingbird.
Yeah, those two are cute. Those, and the pug. I can't friggin' remember the pug's name.
Milo
Pug's great.
or
Yeah,
something
Milo.
like
Milo's
that?
friggin' great.
I don't know if it's Milo. Milo and Otis is a pug. But
Yeah, it is Milo, I believe, and I believe it was probably one of them was referencing the other. It was either Milo and Otis was referencing the Disney movie or vice versa, I think, if that's the pug's name, and I'm 99% sure it is. I'm gonna look that up.
I don't know, because that seems like an odd name for that time period. I don't know if anybody would really be named Milo in that period. I don't know if that's a common name. It could be. I do not know.
Pocahontas pug name. That's a Google search. Percy.
Percy. Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah, Percy the pug. Percy's great. Percy's freaking hilarious. Percy's you in dog form because Percy's carried around on a little purple pillow, and Percy might look grumpy and tries to pretend and act grumpy, but Percy actually has so much fun with the other animals in the movie, and Percy's a super gentle cuddly pug.
Yeah.
You have you have your hard exterior and you have your crab leg soft interior per se. You do have cancer placements in your birth chart, sir, and that is the proverbial cancer is a crab. Hard outer shell, soft insides.
Yes, I am a spike ball with a soft nougat center.
Dude, that's good fucking word, nougat. Like, that's... It's not to say that I didn't know it or I've never heard it used, but it's very uncommon to find myself in a situation where, like, you can use the word nougat. Like, typically there's...
Fuck.
Nice. There's only so many opportunities you have for that to just come up organically.
If you're discussing candy, that's really the only time.
It's either like, oh, I want to buy Three Musketeers. Speaking of which, Three Musketeers have nougat, or some clever way, such as what you did.
Yeah.
You're my little nougat.
Don't. Let's not have that become a pet name. That's gross.
It will not. I will probably never say that again.
I have diabetes. I can't be nougat.
That's true. My little
Wilford Brimley.
Yeah, my little Wilford Brimley. When did he die?
He did die.
Or when did he?
Oh, God damn it. I don't know. You have the phone. I do not have access.
Yeah, I think it was like 2012 or something. I don't know.
Just that year out of your ass.
We're gonna find out. Wilford Brimley, when did
I mean, it'd be
he die?
hilarious if it was 2012, but that's just a random year to pull out of your ass.
He
Definitely.
died holy shit, he died last year. All right.
Oh, really?
Look at you. Yeah, August 1st last year.
Wow. Lived
Fucking
longer than I thought he would.
yeah. My God, this man is like the fucking, like, the very poster child of, like, an oil baron.
Yeah, he really is. He was in the fucking, he was in the Thing remake in the 80s that I never saw.
Oh shit, he was, wasn't he?
I only saw, or not the 80s.
70s one, I think.
He was in the original Thing.
Yep.
I've never seen the original. I've only seen the one with Kurt Russell.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the Kurt Russell's a good one. Yeah, freaking Wilford Brimley was in the original. And I remember watching the Kurt Russell one, keeping an eye out for Wilford Brimley. I'm like, where the fuck is he? Like, when I was talking about, like, him being the poster child of being an oil baron, I thought about the Pirates of Penzance song. I am the very model of a whatever.
I am a very model of a modern major general.
Modern major general, that's what it is.
I have information, vegetable, animal, and mineral.
Here's the real challenge. Can you recite any of that song while trying to play this level?
Oh, Jesus. I mean, I can do some of it. I actually can't do that whole song because some of the verses are insane.
Oh, yeah, some of it's insane.
I can do it, but I'm not going to sing it.
Oh, no, you can just recite it.
It's just like, I am the very model of a modern major general. I have information, vegetable, animal, and mineral. I know the kings of England and the quit the fights historical from Marathon to Waterloo and or categorical. I'm very well acquainted with all matters mathematical. I understand equations with a simple and quadratical about binomial theorem. I'm teeming with a lot of news.
Nice.
Lots of news. Got it. With many cheerful facts about the square of the hypotenuse.
Triple it and triple it and triple it and triple it.
I'm... Oh, fuck, what's the next part? I'm very good at integral and differential calculus. I know the scientific names of beings and immaculous. In short, imagine vegetable, animal, and mineral. I know I am the very model of a modern major general.
Yeah.
Boop, bap, burp.
Boop, bop, boop. Hell yeah, dude. Very impressive.
I can do some of the end of it, but the next parts are, like, fucking batty. Like, I can't
Yeah,
do
they're
them.
insane. And then, like, he starts off slow, and then he starts doing it faster and faster. It's like, that shit's just too fucking crazy.
I love that song, and I would like to eventually learn it all, but I'm never going to be in a production of Pirates and Penzance. Although I would have killed to do that. We had an option to do that for my High School Musical.
Oh,
my
yeah.
senior year, we had to vote on it.
And you know you would have been that character.
I didn't know what the show was. I'd never seen it, and I didn't know anything about that song at that point. I didn't learn about that song until college.
Yeah.
So I didn't vote for it. I voted for what we eventually did, which was Hello Dolly.
Oh, yeah. Excuse me.
Which was a mistake because Hello Dolly's kind of boring. But
Yeah,
Pirates
especially
of Penzance,
comparative to the...
Pirates of Penzance, yeah, it's a fucking awesome song. Also, that song, that musical also has Poor Unfortunate Soul.
Oh, yeah.
Unlike Ursula's version.
Nice.
It's quite unlike Ursula's version because it's good-hearted.
Yeah, I was saying it's freaking good-hearted. I've never seen it all the way through, so I'm not familiar with much other than that song.
It's wacky as shit.
Yeah, I think I know a couple other small bits and pieces from it, but not a whole lot. It seems cool, though.
It's super wacky. Another really great song is with Cat Like Tread. That's a fucking great song. It's these guys trying to break into a house, and they're singing really loudly about how quiet they are. It's really funny.
That's like
With
something we would
cat-like
do.
tread, upon our prey we steal, in silence tread, a cautious way we feel. No sound at all, we never speak a word. A fly's foot fall would be distinctly heard. It's softly the pirate creeps and all the household soundly sleeps. Better. Come, friends who plow the sea. Truce to navigation. Take another station.
Beautiful.
That's very piracy with a little burglary. Yep, I love that song. If you didn't know.
Oh, I was gonna laugh, but I had a drink in my mouth. Nice. Excuse me. Holy shit, that was very impressive. Trying to play Mario Maker and singing that, good shit, bro. That sounds like a song that we would sing, like loudly singing about being quiet.
Oh yeah. Fucking God.
You got that first one. It's like you gotta ride the momentum of that ice because you start to slide, and like right when you start sliding, if you hop, they'll carry you over the spike.
You say that. I don't believe you.
Something
it's easier
in that
said
ballpark.
than done.
Yeah, easier said than done. That is something that you can do. There are. I will phrase it this way. There's not just one way to get over those spikes, but that is a way that I have done. Yeah, nice.
It's more so. It's more so once I get up here to the 1 block wide shit that I can't deal with it.
I will tell you that when the fire is not coming out, you are able, like, you're physically able to stand where the fire comes out, and so you can use that to, like, catch your breath and footing, and the fire actually doesn't come out super fast, and so there's a chance that if you stand there too long, it'll come out and you'll die, but if you need to, like, ground yourself for, like 3 milliseconds and just be like, holy shit, I made that jump, you can stand where the fire comes out of. Where the fire comes out of my heart. Yeah. The fire is in my heart. The fire's in my fart when I eat spicy food, which I don't because it fucking hurts when that happens. So I fucking don't do it. Yeah.
Good story.
Thank you. And a true story at that because me no like spicy, except the the Doritos that we got earlier, like
the spicy sweet chili, yeah.
Yeah, since I've been having some health issues, like the past couple weeks, I opted out of eating those this time, like hanging out. But I do really like that flavor, and I will eat them again someday.
Yeah,
once my body's back on track of not hating me.
Fuck! I had it and I jumped because I was scared. I
had him. His throat was bare beneath my hands and everything.
I had him. Yeah. Before we go bust into more Broadway show tunes, which I will 110% do.
Yeah.
At any given Sunday.
Any given Sunday. Nice. I guess we should probably call it an episode at some point.
We should, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish this, which makes me sad. I really wanted to finish this in 2 episodes.
Yeah, I mean, you might be able to get to the checkpoint. Let's give it one more go. Because after this is like, because this is basically one full friggin' half. Like the minute you get, because the end, it's directly above the beginning of the level is where like the door is. And once you go through that door, there's a checkpoint. And then you never have to see this shit again. Unless you lose 69 lives, which you presumably will not since I have infinite 1-ups after the door. They might be finite, but there's a lot of them. There's enough to refill you when you need to.
Fuck.
I mean, I guess technically speaking... that's what I was gonna say. Next time we will try again. I feel your pain, bro.
Will we?
Yeah, we will. Maybe. You gotta take your medicine, bro.
I should take my pills that make me not explode.
You take your pills with your Diet Coke, and as soon as you're done with that, I will say, hi, everyone. Welcome back to Kinda Well Done. In the meantime, we'll see you people later. Bye-bye.